This is another reading of Mehera-Meher, starting on page 305 of volume 3. This is a handwritten note um, by Mani, and it's quite legible, so I'll read it.
That's not in the book, the
Oh,
original book. Oh no,
okay.
I see. It's you flip the page over. Yeah, it's on the following page. Yeah.
So it reads, Maharazad, 31 August 62. Dearest 3B. So that was Diane
Bob.
Dimple.
Simple.
I am so glad everything has worked out well and that you will be coming in November. It would have been a pity if this opportunity had been missed, for who knows, except Baba and the Almighty, when there will be another such darshan. Last year, when you came in August, it was Gokul Ashtami, Lord Krishna's birthday. This year, when you come on 28th October, is Diwali, the Festival of Lights. I can imagine with what excitement you are looking forward to meeting the Lord of Light and Love.
Mhm.
This time, it will be real wonderful to see Baba lovers from West come up. No, no.
The Guru Prasad driveway.
Okay. To see Baba lovers from West come up the Guru Prasad driveway. Thanks, Rose. You will be visiting all the places connected with Beloved's life in Pune, Meherabad, and Meherazad. All these places each have an atmosphere of their own. I wonder if you will perceive this, as you will be many together, and the time at your disposal is very short. The house in which Baba grew up has a special quote unquote Baba room in which he remained shut up for several days after his momentous meeting with Baba Jan. The moment you step in this room, you have stepped into a different world of peace and quiet, with the hustle and bustle of life left far behind. You will be visiting Baba Jan's Durga resting place. After you have paid homage, be sure to look at her pictures. There are two, and they are always kept covered. Of course, they do not convey the beauty and force of her personality. Huh. I don't know how they'd see it if they're always kept covered.
So you
So,
didn't read the side note.
oh, right, thanks. Diane had accompanied her father, Lud Dimphel, to India in August 1961 on their way from Lebanon to America. But Baba was in seclusion and did not call them to Ahmednagar. A number of times. Let's change readers. Uh, Mikal, would you
No,
like to
no,
read?
no,
No?
no.
Okay.
Let Rosalie.
Okay, Rosalie.
Is she here?
A number of times Baba has wanted us to
Well, let me
visit.
make it bigger.
It's all right.
Isn't that better?
A number of times Baba has wanted us to visit the Dargar. Uh, Seeing the gnarled trunk of the old neem um, tree. I could almost visualize the scene again. There beneath its spreading shade, it was a familiar sight to see that tiny, dynamic figure sitting with her back to the trunk of the tree with a crowd about her. On my way to and from school, I would often stop by unconsciously drawn to her. Twice she noticed me and spoke to me with humor and love in her bright blue eyes. I remember once stealing away from school with my friend Zena to be with Baba John, who was seated by the convent wall at that hour when there was very little traffic. The times when Baba John was in a Jalali mood, that's a good mood, a milder mood. No, I take that back.
Mhm.
Jalali is a fiery mood. Baba John was in a Jalali mood. It was marvelous to see the people, especially those giant size, fierce looking Pathans who surrounded her uh, before her ire. Let's see, surrounded her to, I can't make out the word.
I can't either.
Where's, wait,
Quail.
it's
Quail.
moving. It's gonna have to, can you put it up higher, height
Sure.
wise?
It's quail before her. Be afraid before her.
It's what?
Quail.
Well, I need to see the word again. That doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, it's a puzzle, folks. So
Quail.
that doesn't make sense. That's all, you know, or understandable to
No,
us.
okay,
And
wait a minute.
That they were
Wait a
afraid.
minute.
They were afraid of her when she was
Okay.
Jalali.
The Patantis. In the latter, her
oh, oh, you were
before
right.
her,
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry, Mikal. You're right. The word is quail.
Yeah.
Those who surrounded her quail before her ire. Oh, that makes complete sense. So thanks a lot.
Mm.
so what? It's Quail.
Yeah, quail is like you act timid. You quail before a powerful
Yeah.
tiger or
Okay, or a quail. It's a quail too,
yeah, it's like
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 a bird.
quails
They're
are
they're not a
mhm,
they're not an aggressive bird.
exactly.
In the latter years of her life, Baba Jan used to ride in a tonga regularly to the Boone Garden. One time she was not in the mood to go and would listen to no one. But when my Aunt Franny, yeah, gently coaxed her to go, she consented, saying, "All right, come on quick." A hurried, hurried, and hurried to the waiting vehicle, closely followed by my aunt. They drove off together as usual. During this period, my aunt, who lived across the street, would visit her daily, and they became great friends. The monsoon that is given of its abundance in Pune and Bombay has been very niggardly as regards Ahmednagar. So, what with the shortage of water and poor soil, and the ships and the
The slugs and termites.
Oh, wait a minute, I lost it. Come on, Craig. Okay. What are you saying? Slugs? Oh,
Slugs and termites thriving.
slag. Okay. Or skags, skogs, and termites thriving. It is a wonder anything at all grows here in Amanagar. Still, we are putting in a lot of spade work. They're, I guess, digging up the soil, trying to revive it. In the garden, and I told my niece Meru that I shall sow some spinach, especially for BB, 3B. That's Diane Cobb, Diane Dimple, as she loves it. So be on the lookout for it in the kitchen garden. This is the reason for
Or the
sitafol.
season.
Oh, that wonderful fruit, sitafol,
So it's the season for sitaful.
and pomegranate.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing.
As I was picking them from the trees, I thought that I was picking them from the trees. I thought, wouldn't 3B love them and wish there would be some for you to sample when you come? They are delicious. I remember them. I don't think there will be time to go up Bubba's Hill on your visit here, but I should like to mention that the view from there of the surrounding countryside is very lovely, and Marazad, with its clump of trees, gives the impression of an oasis in the landscape. That's so sweet. She really liked 3B, Baba's beautiful baby. Baba's love to you and my love
No,
to
no,
Oh,
Lynn.
you missed a paragraph.
I was.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Okay. More than, okay. I was happy to hear that dear B, that's her mother, is coming, and also Joan, her sister. More than 150 Baba lovers are coming from the West and thousands from India. What a grand darshan it will be. And I can picture with what joyful anticipation everyone must be counting the days. Baba's love to you and my love till we meet, lovingly, Mera. And of course, Mera didn't, this is not her handwriting. Someone would write for her. I don't know if that's your signature. I don't know. It might be your signature.
No, no, Baba did not allow her to write even.
Okay, then I am confident you have
Scored well.
scored well in your modeling. Oh, okay. As you have done in your previous exams. Hope your dear aunt is well now. And that's Eleanor, I would think. Mara, I am wondering if I should bring along some of Baba's pictures for you to see, the ones you haven't seen. Oh my God, I hope so for her.
So there's a side note.
The sidebar says Beatrice Dimple, Diane's mother, Lud Dimple's wife, joined Dimple Harlan. So that's her younger sister, Joan Dimple, who married Harlan. Diane's sister, Diane's aunt is Led's sister. Yeah. Eleanor Smith, who met Baba in 1956 and had recently undergone surgery for cancer.
Mm.
Okay, we've resumed. Please continue, Alan.
Volume 3, Part 2, Sacrifice. Mehera-Meher. Listening to a singer in Mandalay Hall, Merazad.
Wow, he looks eternal.
13th
13th January. Yeah, go ahead.
3, Milan. 310. 137. Music in the morning. Although there have been several visitors to Merazad in December 1964, in these later years, visitors became more the exception as Meher Baba concentrated with greater intensity on his universal work. Periodically, Baba referred to the strain of his work or the suffering it put him through, but he never volunteered exactly what the work was. The women, especially, were acutely aware of what a strain this work placed on their beloved's physical form, as can be seen from the daily routine followed by Baba during the final years of his life. In the mornings, after the Mandali had left, Mira related, Baba rang a battery operated bell. It would be very early, 6:10 or 6:15 a.m. The crack of dawn. Tring, tring, the bell would sound. I had already washed quickly and was ready. I went in first and was with him alone for a few moments before the others were called. I kissed Baba good morning, and then he kissed me. I alone received an embrace and kiss from Baba. Baba smiled so sweetly, his eyes shining. I still remember that look. The light from the window from the rising sun flooded the room, catching the light in his eyes. Is so beautiful, his eyes looked so full of love, as well as of brightness and the beauty of his radiant smile. Baba asked, Did you sleep well? Yes, Baba. Did you? Mara replied. So was his usual answer. By this time, Mani Meru, Goher Naja, and Rano had come in, and Baba chatted with them when they asked about his health. He might request a glass of water, which Mira would hand him. Baba turned over, faced the wall, and asked the women to massage his feet and legs, or they themselves might ask where he wanted his legs massaged. Mani massaged his back very nicely, Mira continued. Baba wanted the nape of his neck massaged, so Gohair used to do that very slowly. Baba liked her doing it, as her fingers are padded, soft, and nice. I massaged his arms. After 45 minutes, Gohair had to leave, so I began massaging his neck. Mehru did Baba's hips and legs. Here, Baba allowed creme rap, the non-greasy French product, to be applied for the pain in his hip. One day, When they were massaging Baba's feet, they heard a gruff voice just outside the door asking, "Shall I come in Baba's room?" They actually jumped, as no man was to come inside when Mehera was present. "Which of the Mandali is coming here?" Baba asked, surprised. One of them went to see, and it turned out to be Naja. In the morning, her voice was a bit thick. Mehera laughed. 311. Mehera-Meher. After they had massaged Baba's legs, he turned over on his back. Goher returned and reminded him to do his exercises. After 1965, Baba didn't walk at all except in his room, Mehera explained. Because he wasn't walking, his muscles were becoming weak and losing their tone. Sometimes he did the exercises himself, but most of the time he tried to get out of doing them by saying, "We'll skip today." But it was important that he do them. "No, Baba, you must do them," Goher insisted. "Yes, Baba," Mir added. "You do them, and I will count." Lying on his back, Baba rotated his legs one by one, first clockwise, then counterclockwise. If it were warm, he would be wearing only boxer shorts. Certain muscles, such as his shoulders and legs,
Oh, you skipped the line, Alan.
thank you,
You're welcome.
his, his legs bare. Goher told him to do his isometric exercises, contracting certain muscles, such as his shoulders and legs, then loosening them and contracting them again. Mehera stood nearby and counted aloud how many times he had done it, so that Baba would not lose interest. "Baba, you've done it only 5 times," she said. "That's enough," he gestured. "Now, which ones are left?" To induce him to do more, Mehera said, "No, Baba, do it 7 times. 7 is a nice number." Smiled and did a few more. Baba wanted to skip through them as fast as he could, as he wasn't very keen on doing them, but through them as far as he could, as fast as he could, as very keen on doing them. But Goher told him, "You must exercise. You aren't walking or getting any other exercise, so your muscles should be toned up." So reluctantly he did them. Other times when Baba was insistent upon skipping them, Mehera said, "At least do a few, Baba. Come on, 1, 2, 3." After doing it for a minute, he would sit up saying, "I want to get up now. See, now it is so late." Baba did the daily exercises for a year or two, but then got fed up with it. We used to force it on him. Baba was just like a child. Sometimes he would say, "Tomorrow I'll do more," but tomorrow never came. He was very naughty that way. Mehera too had exercises to do each morning, which Margaret had shown her. One morning, Mehera was in a hurry to go to Baba, so she skipped doing them. That day, Baba did not want his feet massaged. He was sitting up in bed, his feet resting on the foot cushion on the floor. "Do you do your exercises?" "Did you do your exercises?" he asked Mehera. "Not today, Baba," she admitted. "Do them now in front of me," he said, and Mehera did a few. "Baba was giving me a hint that I must do them every day," she said. He caught me. From then on, I did them every day, even if it's only for 1 minute. Even if I am late and the others are calling me for breakfast, I do them. It is Baba's order.
Mm.
Baba had a unique, sure way of counting with his fingers, Mira related. For example, while she did the exercises, he would not count with one hand as one would normally do. Instead, he used the thumb of his left hand to put down the fingers of his right hand to count 1, 2, 3. So, while Baba tried to avoid doing his own exercises, he was most.
Oh, let's catch that side note before it disappears.
As the years progressed, Baba was not as energetic and woke later. Some mornings, in fact, he seemed reluctant to get up at all.
Baba.
So you want to repeat that last sentence of the on the page so we'll know the context?
So, while Baba tried to avoid doing his own exercises, he was most particular in that Mehera do hers every day. Baba's love is very beautiful, Mehera stated. His love and concern for every little detail. He didn't just embrace me, his concern for everything in health matters, in eating, drinking, doing my exercises every day was extraordinary.
Okay, continue. I resumed the recording.
After exercising, Baba sat on the bed in his sadra. When it was warm, he took off his sadra and remained in his box. Baba did not change the sadra every day, but only as needed, more often in summer. If he asked for a clean sadra, Mehera brought it, gathered it, and put it over his head. Baba pushed his arms through the sleeves and pulled the sadra over his head.
Let's see if there's the answer to, oh, there it is. Yeah. The asterisk.
Once or twice, Baba put the sadra on himself, but Mehera did it quicker, so he usually let her do it. Baba,
Whoops.
oh, that's a different, okay.
Yeah.
After changing his sadra, Baba asked, is it warm today or a bit cool? What's it like outside? Mehera might say, it's quite pleasant out. All right, give me the lightweight coat, Baba gestured. The women would not always repeat Baba's gestures aloud. For example, if they understood immediately what he was saying, Mehera said, yes, Baba, you want the thin cotton coat. If it were, oh, Baba shivered as a gesture for cool and either wiped his forehead free of perspiration for warm or used the gesture for fire, boiling a vessel, for the word thin. Baba waved a loose hand in the air, signifying flimsy. Even after keeping silence, Mehera noted, we never felt that Baba wasn't talking. You could read what he wanted from his eyes. They were so beautiful and expressive. We could tell what Baba wanted from his eyes without reading the gestures. When Baba gestured for something, it was as if he had said, if it was as if he had said it. We felt we understood it. Maybe he put that thought in our mind so that we understood at once. Only occasionally would he have to actually spell out a word. If it were winter or chilly from having rained, Mehera put socks on Baba. While he's seated on the edge of his bed, Baba could not bend after the second accident to put them on himself. The very first, when we came to Baba, said Mehera, Baba wore longer cotton lengas. After the first accident, he again started wearing them, like long boxers. After the second accident, Baba wore shorter ones. Lovers who knew Baba liked them sent silk ones. I put thin elastic in them. One side had a button on the elastic, so you could remove the elastic during washing. When it was cold, we suggested Baba wear warmer ones. So we did. From 1965 or 66, on top of his cotton lengas, Baba wore a pair of loose, warmer cotton pajamas. Baba stood while Mehera pulled them up and tied the drawstring. In winter, he wore a sadra first and a cotton coat, and either a jacket or a warm coat. Mehera held, Mehera never saw Mehera never saw Baba wear a sweater with sleeves, although he did on occasion wear a sleeveless sweater, a sweater vest that was loose fitting and usually buttoned down the front. Mehera held the coat from behind and Baba slipped it on and buttoned it. Said Mehera, I want to button the last few buttons, but Baba was too quick for me. I would only get to do the last one at the bottom. So fast would he do it. Once, Baba missed a button while buttoning. He had to take it all apart, straighten the ends, and button it again. From then on, he first pulled his coat straight before buttoning it. In the later years, getting out of bed for Baba was uncomfortable because of his hip and took time. Mehera placed one hand behind his armpit and held out her other hand for him to grasp. Holding her arm with a small lift from her, Baba hoisted himself to his feet. Very slowly, with Mehera's support, Baba came out of his room. Baba, with great difficulty, walked, followed by holding my arm from the bedroom to the dining room. The other women followed them. Rano pulled out his chair, and Baba took his seat, and Shir Goher pushed the chair in. Because of the pain in his hip, Baba was unable to stand for extended periods, so he washed at the dining table. Mehera combed his hair there too. She reiterated. Once Baba was seated in the chair, getting up and sitting down was very easy for him because of his hip. Seated at the dining table, it will be 7:30 or 7:45 by then. Baba rinsed out his mouth, gargled, had breakfast, and shaved. Although Baba found the electric shaver much easier than a straight razor, shaving every day was still a chore. Next time when I come, he declared one day, women will have to shave. Startled,
Many
Mary,
do.
no, Baba, we have our own problems. Baba considered this and then relented. All right, he said with a twinkle. Things will be just as they are now. Mara was visibly relieved. Startled, Mara protested. No, but whoops. After shaving, Baba told Mara to do his hair. She brushed, combed, and braided it, and then tied a tiny ribbon at the end. Baba felt his braid and asked, "Is it finished?" Sometimes, while doing his hair, Mara could not resist and kissed the nape of Baba's neck. I loved to kiss the back of his neck, Mara disclosed, smiling at the memory. Although the other women were busy attending to their own duties, over the years they had ample opportunity to witness and admire Mara's love and service. In life with Baba, Mara reminisced. It was such a privilege to see the closeness and love Baba and Mara had for each other. Any service for Baba, such as combing his hair or dipping or clipping his nails, for Mara was a great joy. Daily, when she combed his hair, she did it with such gentleness, with her complete concentration on him. And when at times Baba was in a hurry, she would do it with the same caring and deliberation. And last of all, when the braid was completed, she had to tie the little ribbon, either blue or pink, just so, giving rein to artistic touch. While Baba, though tapping his fingers impatiently, never tried to hurry her. For me, witnessing each day Mara's attentiveness to Baba in her service to him was a continuous revelation of her love for him.
Mehera stood behind Baba's chair at the dining room table as she brushed his hair. Through the dining room window, she could see the entrance to Mandali Hall. Once she glanced in that direction and saw Kaka peeking out to see whether Baba was coming. Kaka waited every day to see whether Baba had come on the veranda. Kakaji is waiting for you, she informed Baba. He's leaning out the door to look. Very slowly, Baba got up from his chair and looked out the window. How much he loves me, Baba gestured. I'll go now. Kaka never knew that Baba had been watching him from the window, Mehera said, and she commented, Kaka loved Baba very dearly. After, let me read the side note. Kakabaria's obedience and devotion to Meher Baba were inspiring to other Mandali members as well. Bao once compared Kaka to Mehera, stating, Kaka, like Mehera, cared only about fulfilling Baba's orders, but there was a difference between them. Mehera would go to any extent to please Baba. Kaka would also, but at the same time, he was particular about certain things for himself. For example, every morning he had to have a hearty breakfast of 3 eggs with toast and butter. Mehera sought only Baba's pleasure and nothing else. After Mehera finished brushing Baba's hair, Baba motioned that he wanted to wash his face. Meheru had already kept everything ready. A large aluminum basin was placed on a high stool next to Baba's chair, and a pail of warm water next to it. Baba's chair faced the table. When he said that he was ready to wash, Mehera turned his chair. Baba stood, putting his weight on the dining room table as he raised himself. Mehera tied a large plastic apron around Baba so that water would not splash him. Baba rolled up his sleeves and began. The bib stretched to the table, so Goher put the sugar bottle on it to hold it down as Baba washed over the basin. The bib had a good design, Mehera recalled, with piping and press, snap buttons. Baba used a whole pail of water just to wash his face. He was standing the whole time. We helped him. I poured water over his hands, handed him the soap. I held a mugful of water for washing the soap out of each eye. We Indians always blow our noses while washing. We take in water through our nose and blow our nostrils clean. Baba did likewise. I'd give Baba the face towel and a very soft, handmade muslin kerchief for him to wipe his nose. Baba, after drying his face, tidied his mustache. He had rolled his sleeves, so he dried his hands, pulled down the sleeves, and handed me the towel. Meheru was ready to take away the stool and pail in front of Baba, Goher helping also with the bib. Music was being played during this entire process. Baba then wanted to go to the mandali, remarking, "It's late now." By that time, Mani had come. Baba asked what the time was and how he looked, meaning pale or well. Mehera said, "Baba, you look sweet." Sometimes she would say, "Baba, you look beautiful." "Really?" "Yes, Baba." Baba knew he was feeling weak, Mehera said, and maybe that is why he wanted to know. No matter how he was feeling, Baba always looked and had a lovely complexion. He never had any wrinkles on his face, even when older. Only under the chin, not around the eyes. The physical body, after all, has to undergo the natural process. But Baba is ever young, Mehera added, because his love is young. He is God and eternal. After the second accident in the morning, Baba spent more time on the women's side. He asked for music during breakfast and again while Mehera was brushing his hair. Goher brought the portable transistor radio and turned it on. The radio was turned off while Baba was shaving, as the shaver made too much noise. Baba loved music, Mehera said, so he listened to the radio at breakfast and at lunch. For quite an hour or more, he was seated at the table, drinking his tea and listening to music. Baba always preferred listening to Qawwali music, so Goher first tuned the radio to Radio Pakistan. Goher asked Baba whether the music chosen was to his liking, and Baba might gesture. "Yes, very nice. The singer has a fine voice, and the song is good too." He liked the voices of several, mostly Muslim, Pakistani female singers, such as Layla, an East Pakistani pop singer, and Reshma. Another was Malika Pukhraj, whose singing Baba particularly enjoyed. Saira Banu and Khurshid, two popular Indian actresses, also sang well, according to Mehera. Baba likewise appreciated Muhammad Rafi, a well-known male singer. And the side note says, instead of Saira Banu, it may have been Shakila Banu Bhopali, a renowned Qawwali singer that Baba listened to on the radio then. Songs from these artists and others were played from 8:30 until 8:45 a.m. Mehera kept a pencil and a piece of cardboard nearby to jot down the names of any new singers if Baba expressed his pleasure with them. Sometimes more music, such as another Qawwali, would be played on the radio. If it were, Baba stayed at the table to listen to it. If not, he would leave for the mandali. Baba couldn't move around much and so had more time, Mehera explained. He loved to listen to music, so he made the most of it. Mani was working in her office on correspondence. Usually she came in for 5 or 10 minutes, and then we then went back to her work. Sometimes she joined us for a cup of tea, sometimes not, as time permitted. Naja was in the kitchen, occasionally coming to ask Baba something. Meheru was also coming and going, bringing hot water for him to wash his face. After making Baba's tea, Meheru went to see about Baba's room. When time permitted, she stayed a while with Baba. Rano was eating breakfast. Mostly Goher and I were near him. One morning, a beautiful Qawwali was being broadcast on the radio. It was getting late, and Baba said it was time to go. Mehera told Goher to follow Baba with the radio as he was taken through the garden in the lift chair so that Baba would not miss the song he was enjoying so much. Goher walked behind with the portable radio turned on. In the hall, she placed it on the table next to Baba's chair. When the Qawwali ended, she brought the radio back to the house, and Baba was happy that he had heard the entire song. Baba also enjoyed Hindi songs with a spiritual theme, or ones about Krishna. He listened to Hindi film songs and love songs too, but only if the singer were talented. He was most particular about the voice. If the song or singer were not very good, the station was changed. Baba made a face, and Goher quickly tuned it again to Radio Pakistan.
A young Hindu singer, Lata Mangeshkar, had a touching, sweet voice and was often featured on the radio. Baba liked her voice. Quote, "It has dard." Oh, yeah, that's the pain. It has dard, D-A-R-D. It's painful quality is what it is. I think they can appreciate the pain. It has a dart in it, this woman's voice. He commented once. When Lata changed her style, however, and began singing in a high-pitched voice, Baba no longer cared for her singing. So I would think she went commercial or something, you know. That's my comment. He commented, when Lata changed her voice, I did that. Baba no longer cared. While listening to her on the radio at times, Baba even asked that it be turned off and wondered, I like Lada's voice, but why does she sing so high? I I ask myself that when people get trained and they used to have a beautiful voice and they get training and then they go they get the training, they go that way and you don't feel the other. That's my personal thing. But anyway, it says, while listening to her, let's see, okay, the low range was very touching, Mehera noted, but Baba did not like the high range when it sounded shrill. Well, who likes that? Shrill. It's like a witch's cackle.
So the side note says Lata Mangeshkar became the most famous singer
See, she
in
went commercial.
India.
She went commercial. That's how I see it. Yeah. She sold out, whatever. I'm not trying to blackbite her, but